Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 239. JP Morgan open accounts for Bitcoin exchanges, and Binance invests in Tokocrypto. Now, if you're catching this from live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Links in the description, so is a link to the amazing articles that we cover here on this stream. You can also join me on Twitter. Let's get on with the show. Happy Tuesday, guys. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Bitcoin went up a little bit, but not a lot. You know, we said we are seeing indecision. We're starting to create divergence, and we'll talk about that once we get to the technicals. But on to the news, right? All right, the first one, Bitcoin, right? America's biggest financial firm, JP Morgan Chase, is basically opening up accounts for exchanges, Coinbase and Gemini, right? So this was originally reported on the Wall Street Journal as per this article. And, it's even the accounts to Gemini and Coinbase, like I said. And basically, that's for a banking relationship they solidified. Last month, JP Morgan Chase will provide deposit, withdrawal, and transferring services for Coinbase and Gemini customers with automated clearinghouse, right? ACH infrastructure. Hey, Fatty, how's it going, man? This price action is scary, slow, and steady. Yes, remember how I told you there was indecision going on? We have a little bit of divergence happening, bearish divergence that we're going to talk about once we get to the stream, right? Anyways, the automatic clearinghouse is a computer-based electronic network for processing transactions, usually domestic low-value payments between participating financial institutions. It may support both credit transfers and debit transfers, or direct debits. And the ACH system is designed to process batches of payment containing numerous transactions and charges fees low enough to encourage its use for low-value payments. Again, they are probably wanting to get Coinbase and Gemini to work with them somehow. I'm not sure why they're putting an ACH in place, but hey man, if they're willing to invest on having infrastructure for them to be able to do the payments and process, that's great, man. They probably believe in this, and JP Morgan Chase is probably waking up and seeing that there's real value here. Anyways, historically, it's been difficult for crypto exchanges to secure reliable banking relationships for fear of fraud and money laundering, and something that has led them to rely on sketchy payment process instead, right? Now, the news then is particularly significant, not just because JP Morgan staunch stance against cryptocurrencies in the past, but because it could open avenues reconnected. There we go. In a growing market with outside or with upside. One banker told the block, "Man, I'm really sucking at reading the notes." Anyways, this news comes just days after hedge funds saltwater Paul Tudor Jones revealed he allocated roughly 2% of his portfolio fund into Bitcoin futures. Man, today I'm really struggling with the reading, man. Anyways, let's move on to this article from XRP. It says Ripple CEO and co-founder not believe in XRP. This is BS. Well, first of all, they talk about Jed McCaleb and how he's selling the crypto, right? And they say, if McCaleb truly believed in the project he helped create, then he would not be selling hundreds of thousands of dollars of its coin per day. He's selling it because he has it and he wants to get the money out because he has a competing asset. That's what he's selling, right? Not because he doesn't like it. He's probably still going to hold some. But if you could capitalize it right now, so you're not invested in something else that maybe his project, Stellar, or whatever else he's doing after that. So, why not? And then it goes on to say that Ripple, that Ripple's also selling XRP and that they would not be profitable. And they're even asking if this is an exit dump, right? I doubt it. The article is at best speculative and mainly has a lot of FUD. Hey, Tro Plamalu, how's it going, man? Like I said, it's basically speculative, so I'm not really buying this article. I don't believe this is really what will be coming with crypto, right? So again, I don't believe they're really dumping it. I do believe they have a plan. The fact, or something I don't like, and I'll be open about that, is that they use crypto to get funded so they could start a company, right? Ripple. And they've been trying to push the product, which is good. Where's Bitcoin price going, do I think? Hopefully dump soon. All right, cool. We'll talk about Bitcoin, man. Those are two comments. One from Troy, one from Fatty. Let me finish the news, and I'll move on to Bitcoin. I just have this article and two more to go, and then we'll jump onto the technicals. But we haven't talked technicals yet. All right, so, like I said, it's speculative at best. Something I don't like is the fact that they use XRP sales to fund the company, and now they're going to come out with an IPO so they can get more funding from real investors, and whoever's holding XRP really is not holding any Ripple. All right, you're just holding XRP, you're not holding the company. So that's it for this article. I'm going to move on to the next one. This one's one's short, the other one's it's not that long either. But this from Cointelegraph, it just says Binance now supports deposits and withdrawals in South African Rand. So, now supports direct transactions in South African Rand, basically. Users will now be able to deposit Rand into their trading accounts in less than 30 minutes if their bank account supports faster payment services. And this seemingly comes as part of the Binance strategy to invest in crypto exchanges with prior banking relationships so they can provide currency trading against local fiat currency. So they want a fiat on and off ramp. And that's good because, like I told you, if you want to get out of crypto, very likely you want to put in fiat. You don't want to switch into another digital asset to then be able to perform, right? For me, I was invited to a exchange by one of the users here, Bitcoin Jake. So if you're watching Bitcoin Jake, hi. He invited me over to South Exchange. He told me to go check it out. There's an asset there that he talks about that I'm kind of curious about. So I went on to that exchange. It doesn't have a fiat on and off ramp. For me, that is a little bit. Hey man, how's it going? For me, that is a little bit. I could do it, but just the fact that if I want to withdraw into fiat, I have to send that money to another exchange and then withdraw. And if the market's crashing, sometimes you just want to close your position immediately. And if you're not able to do that, and you have to transfer it somewhere else, you're still getting that hit by that loss, right? So that's why sometimes when the exchanges don't have enough ramps, I'm a little bit, I can work with them, but just with less of that. Hey, Grand Terra Juice Bar, how's it going, Emmanuel? How's it going, man? Yeah, you always use Bitcoin or Litecoin as a medium of exchange. Yeah, man, like I said, right? So you have to go with altcoins or cryptos to get there. Anyways, new article. Binance invests in regulated Indonesian crypto exchange. Now, Binance is making a bet on the potential of the Indonesian crypto market, making an undisclosed investment on the Jakarta-based and regulated exchange Tokocrypto. Now, Binance announced Tuesday morning the funding would go toward growing Tokocrypto's business, such as a building of new offerings and products, improving the tech stack, as well as expanding its customer base. Launching in 2018, Tokocrypto became the first exchange to be regulated by Indonesian Commodity Futures Trading Regulation Agency in 2019, and Indonesia is quite strict when it comes to digital assets, and crypto is effectively outlawed as a means of payment, and new regulation passed earlier this year requires investors to put up high minimum capitals in order to trade crypto derivatives. But within the cracks where the government allows it to exist, cryptocurrency trading appears to be flourishing in the world's fourth most populous country, although there is no independent data just showing just how big the local crypto market is. Industry sources speaking to Reuters in February put it at a possibly the same size of the country's stock market, which would be huge. Imagine that you trade crypto market in the same size that you trade stock market. So same amount of volume of money being moved on the Indonesian market, potentially. Still yet to be determined, right? Anyways, Changpeng Zhao said that Indonesia will become one of the leading centers of the blockchain ecosystem in Southeast Asia. Our investment in Tokocrypto will allow us to explore exciting new opportunities together for the Indonesian market and a regulated local partner to future enable freedom of money, right? Again, if you guys like what we do, you know what to do. Hit that like, that bell, and that sub. Meanwhile, I'll play this very small intro. It just gives me time to get this screen set up here on the side, and then we'll talk crypto, right? So give me one quick second, and I'll be right back.
What's up? What's up?
Awesome. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you, Mr. Goodcat, for subscribing. Wasn't Mr. Goodcat, sorry, Goodcat. Wasn't Mr. Goodcat the name of Bruce Willis on Lucky Number 11, where he was a hitman? Yeah, man, I think that was him. Anyways, what's happening with Cryptosphere, man? What is happening with the actual market, man? Yesterday we got money flowing in, right? We said about getting above the 20. We did manage to get above the 20 and closing above it, which was good. Around 2.72% to the upside. Right now, we're still above the 20, which is good. We really don't want to fall below the 20. We could expect a potential dump if we do break below that. So again, today gaining 0.92%, about $2.21 billion, sitting at $241.51 billion market cap. Now, what is happening with Bitcoin dominance? Yesterday, we gained dominance, 0.24. Today, we're still gaining 0.11. Sitting at 67.85. And again, I'm not really keen on dominance. I just want to see how much Bitcoin is dominating. Adam Black is Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, cool, I guess. Again, price potentially, I want to see this go lower. Bitcoin usually performs better with when it's less dominant. But the price of Bitcoin sitting at $8,915.55. $94 move to the upside right now. And again, we called this divergence to the downside. We did break again beautifully. We had talked about this yesterday. On the daily, we don't have anything going on except that we held a 20 and we're still managing to be above the 20. Like I said, if we hold a 20 and we manage to hold it, there's a chance we could try to break above. We just hit this line that I have here, right, which is from the log scale, so we don't pay attention to it. We do have resistance here at the 786, the fib node at 9,087, and we could be heading towards that area. Now, I'm looking at the other charts, make sure I don't have anything else. We were trading within this range for a little bit. I do have a resistance here at 8,983, and we hit it spot on yesterday and today. And as I can tell, right now, zoom in here, we did move up. I did get back in at 8,800, like I told you guys, right? Now, I got in today, and I think it was a bad decision, man. I really believe there's a chance the market can move down. I got in because that was the... I thought like we were gonna clear the divergence, but we didn't. And basically now I'm still not red. I'm making a little bit of money on that investment, but not enough to cover the exchange fees, right? Or maybe enough to cover the exchange fees. Yeah, it's about $80, right, for the percentage they're gonna take. So it could be. So to the upside again, moving slightly. That negative momentum starting to build and neutral on the RSI. So we don't have a lot on the daily necessarily, but we do have stuff on the 4 hours. If not on the 4 hours, on the 1 hour for sure, man. We do have some divergence developing. On the 4 hours, we don't have it. I believe we had it here, but it's not. It's in the 1 hour. We're above the 20, which is good. Now, we do have volatility open on the Bollinger Bands, right? And as you can tell, we're making positive momentum. And neutral on the RSI, 49.03. So again, not a lot necessarily happening on the 4 hours. So we're going to go look at the 1 hour to really get a close to what we're doing, right? I got in here, man. I got in here like 5 p.m., man. It was horrible. I did believe it was going to go down. When I saw we held at 20, I managed to like squeeze in. And but look at this, right? Look at that, right? Going higher, right? And now we're going lower, right? So from a positive momentum to less positive momentum, meaning we're getting downward pressure on the market, meaning the price could come down, and that's why I don't like, because I left the position open, and right now I'm seeing resistance, but I do see that we're holding the 8,900 level. That would be this red line here, but we're more or less range bound by that 8,983. So holding the 20, which is good. Negative momentum was very short-lived. This positive momentum, right, is starting to decrease, so it could be short-lived, even though we're just making this island. This negative momentum island was very short, so this could also be short. Sometimes we do get these movements to the downside, like here, right? And then we do get them to pump again. And I'm not sure really yet how this is going to play out, but I'm probably going to place my stop loss at 8,800. I'm just going to take the exchange fees as a loss. And that's going to be my play here because I'm really not seeing this moving strongly to the upside. And we didn't have any kind of bullish divergence, right? We also had divergence here on the RSI going from a higher point to a lower point. So again, the movement to the downside coming in. We could certainly get to this 50, to 850, 8,850, right? That could be right on where we have the 20. That's 8,846. So again, these are usually things I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin. So again, I'm not sure I took the right call here. It was my plan. I have to execute it at some point in time, and I really thought this time we were gonna get going and really get on higher. But when these divergences started to develop, I really thought we're gonna pump through it, and we're not, man. That's just not what I want to see right now. So that's it for Bitcoin, man. Like I said, we're not really getting a clear read. Who was it that was asking? Troy and Fatty. Yes, man. We're still not getting a clear read on the market. We're still moving down right now. Like I said, we're probably going to move down. Maybe come touch the 20. That would seem like the right move right now. But again, the market's just so weird, right? We have not done much. We just got into the previous peak of May 11th, and that's it, man. Hersas dump? Yeah, maybe, man. I mean, we're talking about moving to the downside. Not potentially a dump, but certainly a move to the downside right now. That's what I'm looking at. Thank you for joining us, Hersas. Twitter's going out right now in case you guys want to join us there as well. Again, this is on the 1 hour, right? On the daily, we're making negative momentum. I'm not sure how strong this negative momentum is going to be. It's still building up, even though we're going higher on the price. Like I said, neutral on that RSI, right? Called the divergences, right? That broke us down. We painted them out a while back, so we knew the movement was coming in. And like I said, right now, we're just waiting for this to really determine what it wants to do, man. This chart's a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to look at here, see if I see something different. I just see the same divergence developing. Yeah, that's about it, right? Bearish divergence in the 1 hour. Nothing else happening on the 4. Let's move on to Ethereum, man. If you guys have any questions, let me know, man. You think the dump's coming? Yeah, it seems to be that a lot of people think the market might move down. I'm not sure, man. Like I told you, right now, Bitcoin is in a very, very weird territory where it's really not defining where it wants to do or where it wants to go. And that is just not good. Because we're getting technicals, right? We got a bullish divergence before, but it didn't play out strongly. We got a bearish divergence, and it didn't play out strongly. We did move down, I mean, but not as strong as we should have. And right now, we're getting, again, bearish divergence. And we did have that small pump to that 8,900 level without any divergence. So right now, we're getting bearish divergence, potential moving down. 8,200 is your buy, and you hope for 180 for Ethereum again. Well, Ethereum is very, very easy that he gets there. It's just a $10 dump. It's not that hard. Right now, Ethereum is losing dominance. So yesterday it lost 0.47. Today it's losing 0.41. Sitting at 8.77% market cap. I mean, not necessarily related to the price because it lost dominance and is gaining price action, right, the last 2 days. Like I said, but we do have resistance at 193 that we have not been able to clear. And we're sitting above that 50% retrace, right here. And that 50% retrace is at 189.39, or close to that. Again, we're not making any kind of divergence, right? Low, higher, low, negative momentum, less negative momentum, low on the RSI, higher on the RSI. Neutral at 48.65. Not a lot happening on the RSI, unfortunately. Now, let's look at Ethereum, man. What's happening with Ethereum? We had divergence. We called it to the upside. We've been climbing slowly. That was in the 4 hours. That was a while back. That was on May 10th. Again, we did hit the resistance that we had once, twice. Here we hit the 20. Again, remember, we got pressure from the 20. We did manage to break above it, but we're not really pumping on that. So that's not really good. You made another 120% longing again today on Bitcoin. Nice, brother. Nice, man. Bitcoin Jake has been on a roll, man. He's been taking like profit nonstop on Bitcoin longs, but I think he just plays them for a very short time. But he's using insane leverage. I think like 125 or 75x leverage. Anyways, Fatty talking to some big traders, and they're saying 4,500. We'll see it then in August, and then see a massive pump. It seems so unlikely, but it would be, yeah. I mean, yeah, 4,500 is not outside of the realm of possibilities on Bitcoin, right? Let me finish Ethereum and I'll go back and I'll tell you why. Now, Ethereum, again, trying to get above that, like we said, the 50%, or what was it, the 50% that we had? Yeah, 50%. But still failing at 193, right? Not able to get higher than that. Contraction is starting to happen on the Bollinger Bands. So, not so contracted, but starting to get contracted. Neutral on the other side, 43.75. Let's go to the 1 hour. Alright, so what's happening on the 1 hour? Do we have the same divergence that Bitcoin has? I doubt it. Nah, here we're actually slightly lower in that price, right? We're also lower in that positive momentum and lower on that RSI. So I'm not going to call the bearish divergence because we don't have it. But we could have hidden bullish, right? You know, we're going higher. And we're going lower, right? So negative momentum, more negative momentum. So hidden bullish, potentially that's the reason that we're pumping. We don't have it on the RSI. Neutral at 57.99. Now let me go to Bitcoin and make sure I didn't miss that. No, see that positive momentum is so little. It's just congruent. Now I'll tell you why on Bitcoin we could go down to that level, and we have it, and we had it charted a while back. I just can't remember which chart it was. All right. I'm trying to gauge or remember which chart. See this chart. We had a movement to the downside. I can't remember if it was. I think it was on this triangle, right, that we were making, or the falling wedge, or the channel. I can't remember. It was way back when, and we did talk about this movement down here, and it could get us all the way down to 3,130, right, if we were to hit that move. Obviously, we didn't get that low. We did came all the way down here to like the 4,000 levels, right? Like 3,000 and change. We got close to the target that we had back here, right? But we didn't quite hit it. So again, we did know it was a potential move to the downside. We did get it, but not as strong, like I said, right? Then on, we had this head and shoulders pattern. We did break down. We obviously went over the move that we were expecting to get. So 3,800, 4,500 is really not outside of the realm of possibility for Bitcoin. We're not talking like nonsense when we say that, right? I'm not sure if we're going to revisit 3,900 levels, though. We do have supports, right? We do have a support here at 5,600-ish, or 5,500. What is it? Let me zoom in a little bit more. 5,692. And then we have this blue area that I have here that used to be an area of support resistance, right? So we could find a lot of support and resistance on this blue area. So if I were to track it all the way over here, you know, it would certainly target from at least, let me highlight it so you can see, 6,688 to 5,800, right? So we could be within that range, and even if we fall, we do have steps to go to the downside. We have fibs out there. This chart's a little bit cluttered. We have used it we have not used it in a while, but it just has so much data from behind, right? So, and this is usually where I explain how I'm going to play my market entries. Ignore all of this stuff. This was a racing wedge that obviously broke to the downside, right? And then we rebounded on it. And then we just kept on climbing. But again, like I said, here we had an inverse head and shoulders that we broke to the upside, hit that measure move. So we do have a lot of data. I used to have a very good chart, man, where I had like a lot more targets to the downside. And I think I deleted it by accident. But yeah, like I said, low levels are really I wouldn't be saying they're out of the realm of possibility. We could certainly get them, but you know, to be realist, it's gonna be hard to get there, man. It's not gonna be in one dump. We're gonna step it down, man. It's not gonna go from right now to like 3,000 or 4,000 overnight, man. It's probably gonna hit some supports along the way, and it's gonna bounce. It's gonna give areas of accumulation or capitulation, and then it's gonna go down a little bit, and we're just gonna keep on dropping, and then we're probably gonna pump at some point in time. Like I said, historically, Bitcoin after halvings drops in price. What happens post facto, Bitcoin starts to rise, but that is after the halving, right? 10, 11 months after the halving, we see higher highs. Like I said, history does not necessarily have to repeat itself, but again, there's really nothing saying it wouldn't, right? So Right now, it's like I said, it's anyone's game, right? We've seen a lot of indecision going on. And the only good thing about the spinning top is that the following candle usually dictates where the market's going to go. So we had the spinning top, right? Market went green, so we're going green. I think we reversed Bart back to 10K and beyond. Yeah, maybe, man. Maybe we can go back to 10K. Like I said, we do have also resistance to the upside, right? So we have a resistance to the upside. We have supports to the downside. We just got to keep on looking at the market, right? We do have a lot of targets to the downside. So we could a lot of places we could bounce. Again, if I zoom in, this chart is going to be messy because I have a lot of stuff in here. So ignore this one. But, you know, we do have targets to the downside and areas where we could bounce. So, again, right now for me with Bitcoin is take it a day at a time. That's how I'm playing it. Because Bitcoin is just being like really, really weird. Like I'm not getting a real clear read on Bitcoin right now. And the market is following Bitcoin. And we know that. Every day, hodlers hodl more Bitcoin. Yeah. So do XRP hodlers. And any crypto hodler, man. Anyone that hodls and does not trade just keeps on adding to their position whenever they can. Because they're really not caring for how they're going to play the market. They're really caring how much they can accumulate for the long term. If you're trading, you do care about how you're going to play the market. And I'm not saying it's bad that you hodl. That is a strategy. And it's a good strategy, man, right? But I like trading. And that's why I have an experiment. I told you guys I have a hodl bag of XRP. I have a trading bag for a lot of the other cryptos. The only one I'm hodling is XRP. But again, XRP is the only one that's losing right now. Because everyone else, I can take my money out. And if I hodl, now I'm taking a hit. Right? Which is not smart. Why would you, like right now that I'm thinking about that hodl bag, is why would you hodl if you know you're going to take a hit? But I'm just doing it for experiment's sake. And that's it, man. That's the rules for that bag. I'm not going to touch it. But anywhere else where I can put my money into crypto and take it out of crypto, I'm making good money, man. You have Bitcoin UTXO. That haven't moved since 2017. Wow, man. Yeah, those probably took a hit, man. Or maybe you're making a gain. I'm not sure, man. Was it pre or post bull run? Anyway, let's move on to XRP. Yesterday, losing dominance, 0.62. Today, losing 0.19. Sitting at 3.63% of market cap. It's just sitting so low, man. Really, I want XRP to pump more, man. You don't know. You'll check your note. All right. So XRP to dollar, right? Where's it at? And we're still managing to finally get out above that 19,758, right? This white line here. But like I said, this area is full of support and resistances. We really still got to get above that 23.99, right? This white area over here. And we do have this hidden bullish. It's just not. We knew we're going to move into the upside. It's just not being very, very strong yet. So you got an 830. So a little bit pre-topping, right? So pre going all the way to the top. I'm not sure if you were taking a hit on that, man. I'm not sure what the price was. We could look at it after these XRP, right? Neutral on the other side, 46.74. Where we at here? We call the bullish divergence also, right? At 3 p.m. on the 11th, so yesterday. From then on, we moved to the upside, finally getting above the 20, and also above a resistance, that 19,758. Neutral on the RSI at 44.78, making positive momentum, much more than we had before, and now we're creating hidden bearish divergence, right? Now I'm just going to anchor this to the 4 hours, that way we know we've not going to see this on the 1 hour chart, making a mess, right? So sorry guys, I do gotta anchor stuff. Again, hidden bearish, potential movement to the downside. We might get some stagnation on this area. We might not get to 20 unless Bitcoin pumps. Then we will not really care for this, and we might still pump a little bit more. But let's go to the 1 hour. Here I was looking for bearish divergence, right? I was worried that we were gonna get it. It was hidden bearish, and as you can tell, we just kept on climbing, so it's good. Again, that's why we keep on tracking stuff, right? And keep on looking at how the market's behaving so we can really take a good position in the market. Now, let me see this. Slightly less than before, right? So, yep, high. Lower high, positive, less positive. That's fine. Yep. That's fine. Really not getting anything off with XRP that is bearish. Now we're getting something that's bullish. Low, higher low, negative, less negative, low on their side, higher on their side. We're really not getting anything in XRP. It's just following the market, man. Neutral on the other side, but almost bought at 59.64. Again, I wish the market was really doing something else, man. Something that would be a little bit more exciting. What is happening with Litecoin? Look at dominance real quick. Yesterday we lost 0.92. Today we're losing 0.45. Sitting at 1.14% of market cap. The price of Litecoin at $42.53. Again, moving just like Bitcoin, right? Red, green, green, right? Everyone is doing the same thing. Again, the market's moving in sync. Bearish divergence, action to the downside again. Not a lot going on. Neutral at 44.18. Let's go to the 4-hour. Bullish divergence, right? Moving to the upside, we got it. Getting above the 20, finally. Contraction is starting to happen on the Bollinger Bands. Let's see if we're getting something here, man. 22, 21. No, still less. So positive momentum, right? Less positive momentum, but also lower, and also lower on the RSI. Neutral at 43.30. Let's go to the 1-hour. You don't care about price, really. You'll care what you buy with Bitcoin in 10 years. Yeah, I mean, that's a way of seeing it, right? I do care about prices. I care about like where I can open and close a position, right? Because I can make a little bit more money that way by trading it, just like you're doing with your longs, right? You're trading a little bit, so you're probably doing good with that. Again, I was looking for bearish divergence here, hidden. Obviously, we didn't get it. We got a bounce in the price. That's fine. That was way back on, yesterday at 10. So that's fine. Really, not worried about this not playing out for reals. Now, what I'm worried about is that we went slightly higher, right? So, as you can tell, this is much higher than this over here. So, we're going from a low to a higher point. Now, let me just make sure this is on the 1-hour. See, it wants to go on the 4-hour. And we're going from a high to a lower high. Again, creating strong bearish divergence action to the downside. We did get the move down, but it wasn't very strong. And the only thing that worries me is we're getting very tight in the Bollinger Bands, and we could get an explosive move from that. You care about trading Bitcoin with friends instead of using remittance all the time? Yeah, I care about like Bitcoin, trading it. I care about like making money with Bitcoin and having fun while I trade. That's for sure. If I wasn't having fun, then I wouldn't be trading, right? And not over stressing, right? Like sometimes, like right now, like I told you guys, I went in at 8,800. It was probably a dumb move because I just noticed we had divergence, and I'm a little bit worried that the market might drop. But again, I'm just gonna lose the exchange fees, and that's it, man. I'm not really willing to put my stop loss any lower than when I went in. So I'm probably gonna exit at 8,800 if the market was to drop. If it starts to go up again and we don't have divergence, I might open it again at 8,800. But that's it, don't over stress with trading. If you have good stop losses, if you have a good strategy, if you know what you're doing, you really shouldn't be stressing out, man. Sending and receiving your ban. All right, cool, man. All right, yeah, I get it. So you just basically use it to like send money to your buddies. That's fine, man. I mean, that is the whole purpose of crypto, right? It's much faster and less expensive than banking fees. And using Swift, even with Bitcoin, it's so much faster than using Swift, and it's so much cheaper, right? So yeah, man, it's pretty cool that you use it though. You're giving it the use that it was meant to have, right? Send and receive dough, which is what's good. What's happening with Litecoin? Neutral at 55.51 on the RSI. Again, Twitter's going out right now, guys. If you want to join us there as well, you can follow me on Twitter. Bitcoin Jack, yeah. Sorry, exactly. Screw Western Union and the other company. The other company's MoneyGram. And they're working with Ripple. So they are using crypto for some exchanges, right? I listed in the Mexico-U.S. corridor and the U.S.-Philippines corridor. And I'm not sure which other one they activated yet. But, I got to go back and look. You bought things with Bitcoin? Yeah, I haven't bought anything with Bitcoin. Although I have a Lolly account, and I really have not used it for anything, man. I should use Lolly because you get like sat backs. That's pretty cool, man. You just add sats whenever you buy it with Lolly. So because you guys are buying stuff online, you should consider that, right? Because yeah, I should have closed my positions, wait a couple days and reevaluate. You don't have to have a position open. Yeah, exactly, man, right? You don't have to have a position open. If you believe your money is safer in fiat, keep it in fiat. And only put in whenever it goes according to your plan. Like, I think Hearst has. said she wanted to go in at 8,200, so, or 8,100. So if you're gonna wait for that, that's great, man. You found out about Lolly last night. Awesome. Yeah, it's a pretty cool service, right? You can buy stuff on many websites and get satbacks, and that is pretty cool, man. That is pretty decent. I do hope that they never go out of business, man. I just never been able to use them. I already set up an account with them and everything. So stickers, crypto, lead ticker, miners, and illicit substances possibly. Is that what you bought? What kind of illicit substances? Like weed and or stronger stuff? Let's go to Binance. Yesterday, gain dominance 1.94. Today gaining 0.69. Sit at 1.04% market cap. The price of Binance. Just that, yeah. All right. Depending on where you live, it might not be illegal, man. You can probably go to the doctor, said you have like a pain in your back, and you'll get like your weed buyer card, and you know you can buy like you can go to like a medicinal marijuana store and like buy weed. Binance sitting at $16.06. All right, cool. I'm not sure where you're at, but in Arizona you can do it. I know a buddy of mine has that card, man. Like he has knee problems, but he's one of my best buddies from school, man. And he has his card, man. He showed it to me last time I visited, so it was pretty cool. Anyways, below 20, trying to pump again, rejecting the 20 last candle. Really not a lot happening, right? It was just a copy and paste of the market. Divergence to the downside, we called that out. We moved down, now we're trying to rally, still below 20. Nothing developing. Neutral on the other side, 49.75. Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, okay, cool. We had divergence, right? We didn't develop to here. We called this bullish divergence. We moved up on it, and that's fine. We got above the 20, managed to hold it, right? Touched it 3 times. We have not really been able to take off. Getting tightness off the Bollinger Bands. And again, the only thing I can see right now is this hidden bearish divergence, right? That's coming into play. So let me just anchor this to the 4 hour. There we go. And there we go, right? Neutral on the RSI at 53.74. Like I said, man, not a lot. So potential pressure to the downside, right? It's just going to depend on whether or not XRP, sorry, not XRP, but Bitcoin play ball. If Bitcoin plays ball, then we'll be good. Let's see where we're at here, man. I think we're at the same. Let's see, this opening was at 16.1298. 16.11, slightly less. Why? I just realized you can just block the what? Fibonacci. What? Dude, I don't get what you just said. This is wait. I just realized you can just block the Twitters. Oh, okay, cool. The FBI and CIA, awesome. All right, so let's say we're going to that same level on price because we're just like cents off. Like fractions of cents actually, not even a cent. We're going much lower, right? So we're creating bearish divergence, medium bearish divergence. That could imply potential price action to the downside. And we also have it on the other side. So again, probably going to get this pressure accumulating that might want to make us move to the downside. Sitting bought on the other side, 63.99. Now, I'm going to do something I hadn't done, right? So anyways, her says, I work nights, so it's hard for me to catch pumps and dumps since they've been happening during the day. All right, look, yeah, quick tip for pumps and dumps. I'm not sure where you're at, but I'm in Central Time. So 2 a.m. Central, you usually get movements in the market. Then you can also get movements at 2 in the morning, like I said. 7 or 8 in the morning for me. And then 7 at night. 7 or 8 at 9. 6, 7 or 8 at 9. At night, because that's usually when Asia comes in, right? So you have Asia coming in at 6, 7, yeah, around 7 in the at night. Then you have Europe coming in at 2 in the morning, and then you have America coming in at 8. So that's usually when you get the movements, right? The strong moves. And they're usually congruent with when we get these movements, right? This happened at 7 p.m., right? Asia coming in and dumping on the market. I think this over here also, right? 6 p.m., right? Asia coming in, dumping on the market. Right over here, 23 hours. That's not one. But over here, let's look at these moves. 3, 4 in the morning, right? That's Europe coming in. You know, so you just gotta look for the main centers, or the main players, right? And the biggest players, and go with their time frame. Bitcoin, yeah, you have a chart open on your live TV 24/7. I wish I could have my Bitcoin chart open on my large TV 24/7. My kids are watching TV, so I cannot do that. I do have it open on my computer all the time. And I set up alerts at night, and I have it on my phone, but that's about it, man. Anyways, Bitcoin Jack, I'm going to do you a solid, man. I'm going to actually show a DVT chart. Although I cannot really zoom it, because I do have the view a little bit blocked. And you might not really be able to see this, man. If I go here and make it bigger, it's really going to get things screwy, because I'm not projecting my whole screen. I'm just projecting a fraction of my screen. Sorry, it sounds about right. You jailbreak my phone so I could have on your car screen all the time. Awesome. I didn't know your phone would block you if you were driving. Weird. Cool. I'm not sure how you did that, but that's pretty cool. All right, cool. Look, man. Bitcoin Jagger, remember when I told you this was gonna dump and I posted on the chat? For those of you that don't believe me, I sent this out like when we had this small movement to downside, and I told Bitcoin Jack I thought it was gonna go down, right? I was able to charge out the change. I was wanting to go in, right? I was gonna go buy DVT, but looked like the price might go down. I'm glad I didn't go in, because after that movement to downside, I got this other movement to downside, and now I could go in at like 4.3. But you know, this movement it's been doing, dude, the positions were so separated. But there's very little trades going on. Like at 9 p.m. there were just 2 trades, man. Right? Yeah. Miners, yes, I noticed that. Most of the transactions that have happened are like 1.376, which I believe it's a reward people have been getting. The other ones are 1.44, and I know that is the faucet that you get from them. So someone claims the faucet, they come in and sell it at whatever price it is. Now, I'm really trying to gauge my in here. I'm not familiar with this one asset, right? So if I go in, it'll probably be somewhere around like 3.4. I still haven't sent Bitcoin here yet, or 3.1, you know. Even 2.3, right? And then try to see if I catch a rally. But again, I'm not sure yet. The movements were very sharp, right? Like, look, down here at like 4.2, all the way to like 6.0 or 5.8. So pretty good gains if you could buy here and sell here, right? That is over like the percentage that you would be charged by the exchange. So you could just like kept on like buying low, say high, buy low, sell the high, buy the low, sell the high. The range is still open, man. You know, like the lowest position is 4.3 and then 5.6. You still have plenty of range over that percentage where you can still like just buy and sell, right? But again, the positions, the book is so weird, man. I was looking at the trades because like I said, I wanted to get in, but I was like really looking at this and I'm like, dude, there's not that much movement going on. And that's something that really, like, I want to get in, but that puts me off, man. First of all, like I said, no fiat on ramp, no fiat off ramp. I'm trading Bitcoin, crypto to crypto. Second thing, there's not a lot of volume, man. So to close a position or to get rid of it, like the market has been standing more or less at this price, 4.3 to 5.6 or 5.8 most of the day. At least the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. So again, not a lot of movement, right? That's also like something that's like deterring me from going in here. And the fact that if I really want to get out, I'm not going to be able to liquidate my position quickly. It's not good. Like when I was looking at this in the morning, it was up like 36%. Right now it's like down 36%. Yeah, it's news less than a year old, pretty much. Yeah. Like I said, man, I want to get in this. I just want to find that good in. I'm not gonna leave I'm not gonna place a stop loss. I just basically deposited my money into the Bitso, my Bitso account for trading, and I just got switched it into probably gonna switch into Bitcoin or something that I can find on that exchange that doesn't have a lot of crypto to be traded. But if I can find a crypto that I can send to this exchange with very low fees, I might do that and then just have my money here. I'm not even gonna use that much, man. I'm probably just gonna get like 20 bucks, to be honest. Maybe 10 of this and 10 of something else. I do want to try these small cryptos, right? I always wanted to add small cryptos into my portfolio, just so I can sell them when I get these like nice gains. For example, this one called BHD, apparently it's up 66%. It's just probably like ranging. It doesn't even have a chart, man. So I'm really hoping to get into small cryptos just so I can start making my, and not even buying that much. I don't want to get like $1 million, man. Like you do. Like if this goes to $1 and you have $1 million of these, you're gonna make $1 million bucks. I don't care about that. I just want to have like, I don't know, a good sizable position, 33,000. If it goes to $1, I have $33,000. That's it, man. Really, I'm not gonna be that greedy. I'm not gonna put a lot of dough in this because if these assets particularly have a bigger chance to like go to zero, man. Right? You're not planning on getting out until you see it on Bittrex or something. She's gonna forget and let your DVT node collect rewards. Yeah, I mean that's what I want to do, man. Right? That's why I asked you about the node earlier on the Discord, and I'm interested because with like $10 you can activate the node and just put the money there and have it mine for you, or have it work for you, right? Something I might do that, but then again, I'm just seeing this. I'm like, man, I really want to find that in, man. Right? So you lose 700 or become 1 million, right? You'll take the chance for $1 million. Yeah, bro. I mean, the upside is good, man. For me, 700. I'd much rather put in something else that I know it's gonna get a pump, and I'm probably gonna get a quicker return than waiting for this to go to like high heavens, man. Because this is worth very little. It's like 0.0004 cents or something like that. So like, you have like 3 zeros in front of this number, right? So I'm not going to close this. I'm just going to put it out here to the side. Let me refresh the vault and see where it's at on dollars, man, because I really want to see where it's at on dollars. 38. All right, so it took a drop today, right? So see, it's a good thing I didn't go in yesterday. 0.006, and right now it's 0.003. So right now it's probably a good in. If it goes up to 0.006, I'm probably gonna take 100% profit on that. And it really has not. It has dropped lower, so we're not at all-time lows. Just the technicals are not there yet, man. Right? I was looking for the technicals to find that in. It's not there. And I was glad that I was able to chart on South Exchange because the chart does not show up here on TradingView. Although it's powered by TradingView, it's not showing up on TradingView, right? Now my chart's not loading here. Awesome. Let me just reload it. I hope I didn't get logged out. Yeah, I just didn't care about what I had. I think it logged me out. Yeah, right, like I said, look, we don't have any technicals that are bullshit. So, think about going in at like 40, right? If it can go down here to 35, and I already lost a quarter of my position, more or less. Or a quarter of my value, right? Which is not a lot. Like $10 is not a lot. That's why I said, like, I want to put $10, and like you do, forget about it, right? Maybe if I see that there's something coming up, we could be talking about something going higher or going to another exchange or something. Then I would be completely glad of doing something here. But other than that, I'm not sure, man. Now I'm gonna keep on doing the analysis. So I'm gonna go on to we just finished Binance. If you guys want to talk crypto, put the coin that you want to talk about on the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on moving through what we usually do, which right now would be gold, silver, then stock markets, then oil, and that's it, man. But again, if you want me to look at a particular asset, put it on the stream. I know Benny watches the stream afterwards, so I'm going to talk about JCPenney because I think he had a position open there. I'm not sure if he's still trading it, though. Where's silver? Again, indecision, right? Still within that range of 14 to 17. It's really not doing much. Right, we did hit that top area, reject it again, trying to move up. We might hit it again, maybe reject. Where's gold? Below 1,704, but we're still flirting with that area, like we said, right? Below the 20, negative momentum, again, neutral on the other side. Not a lot happening with gold and silver. A little bit boring right now. What's happening with Nikkei? Lost 60 points. Sorry, that was the S&P 500. Nikkei lost 24 points. We had bearish divergence developing. We can still develop it. Keep on developing. And, we'll see how that keeps on playing out. Toronto going down to 122 points. London up 148, man. This was good, man. This was a good, nice move. I mean, it was like short, like 1.86%, but it looks very good, man. Because it was hurting, right? Right now, this could take a small movement to the downside on divergence, right? So watch out for that on the London Stock Exchange. You're looking at Apple stocks, and wish you bought at 220. Yeah, I think a lot of people are probably even looking at Amazon and wish they bought at $6, man. Or people looking at Bitcoin and said, "Man, I wish I bought like at like 8 cents, man." Right? Imagine having bought Bitcoin at like even at $1, man. Right? Like put $100 in Bitcoin, right? Or like I'm not sure, man. Like if you would have put like I don't know, like $1,000 in Bitcoin at $1, man. You know that would have been like insanely cool, man. Right? You told me what about Ethereum at 6? Wow. Were you in Ethereum at 6? Alright, that's London. Let's look at the Dow, man. The Dow was moving, I think it was moving down yesterday when we left. I can't remember. Where are you, Dow? Where are Dow? Oh, here you are. Dow down 457 points. What? Yes, sir. Below the 20. Again, we didn't have any kind of divergence. But the US 30 was moving down, so we knew it was a good chance. Sitting at 50.58 on the RSI. The Dow Live, again, today starting to gain a little bit, even though it gapped down a little bit more on the opening. But again, starting to move up. Again, if this moves up, we might test the 20, break from there. We're still yet to be determined. Gaining 23 points right now, but not a lot. Where are we at with oil, man? Brent. Not doing much. Again, moved down yesterday. Not doing much right now. That's fine. The market's open, right? Yeah, it's open. Again, bearish divergence moving down. Not a lot since. This Brent down a little bit. Not a lot either. West Texas. Starting to go slightly higher, man, than the previous low. Or making more negative. No, more positive momentum. That's fine. Now we're making more than before. Nope. We're good, man. We're good here, man. Right, we're going slightly higher. Lower now. This could be switched, right? We already get this movement to play to the downside. What I mean once we get switched is it can go here, no problem. It can go here, no problem, right? Because we're going from a low to a higher low, negative momentum to more, high on the price to lower on the price, right? So again, big chance this could play out. And just so we know that we called this one out and we called the other one out, I'm just gonna do this awesome thing where I just double the lines. You shouldn't do this if you're trading because you're gonna get screwed up or get messed up by looking at like double lines. It's like, what was I doing, right? I really don't mind doing it because I just know that I'm tracing divergence to here, played out, and I'm tracing divergence there. That's why sometimes my charts look messy, right? Because I do track, keep on tracking divergence, make sure it's still building or something, right? Because this is moving to downside, hitting the 20 and bouncing might not have been all of the bearish divergence. We could get more here, right? And it's hidden divergence, so it's probably not as strong. Anyways, what do you guys want to look at? Apple. Someone mentioned Apple, so let's look at Apple. AAPL. AAPL. Apple Inc. on the NASDAQ. 311.41. Yay. Oh, man. So this is the 200 you were talking about, right? Just a couple days ago, 220. That was on March 23rd. Yeah, man, I wish. Man, looking at this now, I wish I would have bought that low as well, man. 213. Be up almost by 50%, right? Yeah, it's a good call, her sass. So, yeah, man, I haven't looked at Apple in a while, man. I haven't really looked at stocks in a while. I'm not really, I'm waiting for really the market to bottom or to determine its bottom so we can start like getting out of COVID and you know, start a new rally potentially. But I don't believe we've seen the full impact of this. Like I said, retail stores are probably going to get they're probably going to get crushed. Look, we're going higher, right? We're creating bearish divergence. Just watch out for that, right? I'm not going to go any lower or any other time frame. We have bearish divergence here, and it's a chance we could start coming down. So you might get a chance to at least buy at 290. It could still drop lower, though, right? But at least first see the 20, if the movement's strong enough. Right? That's a possibility. Now, I did say JCPenney for Benny. Very nice pump today. 28% on JCPenney. Look, we've been talking about this divergence, right? We've been tracking it for a while. We've been switching it from here to here to here. guess what happened finally? One more day yesterday, right? We'll finally have a place where we can anchor the divergence, right? That is that red island right there. We still have the divergence happening here as well. So we have strong bullish divergence. We got the movement to the upside, rejected the 20. But finally, if you were on JCPenney and you bought yesterday, it would have made your gains, right? If you buy at the closing 2 days ago, you still would have made pretty good gains. But again, 28% in a day, not bad, right? Good for JCPenney. Let's see how this keeps on playing out. The earnings report coming out on May 14th. They're probably not going to be very good, man. Maybe Q1 was good. Q2 is probably going to be very screwed up. And Q2 is not going to get reported until probably August or September. And that's going to become like half a year reporting or something. That's about it, man. So if you guys want to talk about something else, let me know. Otherwise, we'll be calling in a stream for today. Hersass, thank you for talking with us today. I don't believe I've seen you here before. Thank you for, if you've subscribed, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't yet, you should probably consider subscribing. We're here daily at 9 p.m. Central. I usually send the announcement on Twitter as well. Thank you guys for joining us for the State of Crypto. I'm not sure who's still with us. Bitcoin Jake, I know you're still, because you were chatting. Hersass, I know you're probably still here because we were chatting. Troy Polamalu, I'm not sure if you're still with us, but you're still with us. Thank you for joining us. Fatty, thank you for joining us, man. I'm not sure if you're here towards the end of the stream, but thank you guys for joining us tonight for an awesome stream of the State of Crypto. We've been live for an hour. I don't mind staying longer, but right now I'm really tired. I've been working on a presentation still. Right. So thank you guys, and yeah. Again, this is State of Crypto. I'm your host Martin. A pleasure being here with you guys tonight. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers. Let them know that we are here. We're here to solve anyone's questions, right, to the best of our abilities. And if we can't, there's probably someone here that can. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thank you for joining us. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of State of Crypto. Stay cool. Until then.